Some unfortunate news into Texas Tech football as the Red Raiders will be without RB1 in 2025 as Pete Nakos of On3 reports Quinten Joyner will miss the season with a torn ACL. In today's video, we'll discuss the news, look at what Texas Tech has in the RB room and why it's Jacoby Williams and Cam Dickey time out in the 806. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome in to the Red and Black Report. I am your host, RC Maxfield, and I'm not going to lie to you. Making this video absolutely sucks. I don't know any other way to say it. It absolutely sucks. So let's just jump right into it. This from Pete Nakos of On3. Texas Tech running back Quinten Joyner has torn his ACL. The USC transfer will miss the 2025 season. Just an unbelievably unfortunate break for Quinten Joyner. You think about what he was going into opportunity-wise. He transferred from USC, most notably to be closer to home. He's a Manor, Texas native, and he's taking over for a mentor of sorts in Taj Brooks, who left for the NFL, right? So he comes to Texas Tech trying to take that RB1 role, and he was in a very good position to do so. Now, we'll talk about who Texas Tech has in that RB room, and we have talked about them here on the channel, but we'll go a little bit more in depth here in a minute. But this is just brutal for Texas Tech in the sense that it's before the season even starts. You think about what Quinten Joyner would have brought into this offense in the sense of he averaged 7.6 yards per carry last year in really limited action out for the Trojans of USC, and now he comes to Texas Tech, would likely have the opportunity to be RB1, granted alongside Jacoby Williams and Cam Dickey. Probably wouldn't have been a Taj Brooks type workload, but instead he has torn his ACL, that according to On3's Pete Nakos, and now when you look at what Texas Tech has in the RB room, you're going to ask two guys to really grow up quickly, and that's exactly what Jacoby Williams and Cam Dickey, they're going to have to do. And those are going to be your thunder and lightning combo now. And I'll be honest with you, it sounds brutal what I'm about to say here, so please don't get it twisted. This was the position that could probably sustain this the most in terms of its season-ending injury. Obviously, I hate this for Quinten Joyner, but in terms of the depth that you have at the running back position, it's not that huge of a drop-off. That said, I much rather would have had three of these guys because they're really freaking good. Jacoby Williams is your lightning-type guy. He is going to be your home run hitting type running back. He can help you in the passing game. He can help you in the return game, but he can also help you with the traditional running back sense. Cam Dickey here on the channel, we are going to call him Ninja Turtle because I heard Joey McGuire talk about his nickname once in the locker room, and it sounded like it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. That's dope as hell. I'm running with it. The guy that isn't on your screen here that's been getting a lot of love and I thought was going to be more of a special team stalwart for the Red Raiders, but now you may see some action with him in the traditional sense of running back is that of Adam Hill. But your two running backs going into the season now with Quinten Joyner injured are going to be Jacoby Williams and Cam Dickey. This is a 1A, 1B situation. I called Quinten Joyner RB1. I'll be honest with you. It was a RB1, 1A, and 1B type situation. Nevertheless, this just absolutely sucks for Quinten Joyner. And it's a guy where I thought he had the chance to really propel himself to be one of the premier running backs, not only in the Big 12, but in college football. You have to think about it. Again, 7.6 yards per carry last year in a limited role out at USC. And Texas Tech went out and beat Ohio State on the recruiting trail to land Quinten Joyner. And now, unfortunately for Joyner more than anything else, he will miss the 2025 season. Oh, man, this just absolutely sucks for Texas Tech. But obviously Quinten Joyner the most. Again, you see it on your screen right there from Pete Nakos. He's reporting for On3 that the USC transfer will miss the 2025 season. And You think about this from a Texas Tech perspective in terms of timing. We know he was healthy going into scrimmage number 2. At least that's what was reported. You have a fear that this probably happened under the lights for scrimmage number 2 for Texas Tech. And the Red Raiders will adjust here. Now you're going to get to see Jacoby Williams and you're going to get to see Cam Dickey. And truth be told, when you thought about Texas Tech going into the 2025 season before this portal haul, if I were to tell you that Jacoby Williams and Cam Dickey were the two-headed monster in your backfield before you knew Quinten Joyner was going to join this roster, you probably would have felt pretty damn good about it if you were a Texas Tech fan. And now, unfortunately, that's where you're at. Now, I think you're going to see a lot of both. I think you're going to see both on the field at the same time even. And I'm very interested to see how Mac Leftwich adjusts in terms of the rep distribution, I should say, for these two. Because you think about Jacoby Williams going into this now, you don't have Quinten Joyner as a backup plan in the sense of, okay, if Jacoby went down from the standpoint of getting hurt on special teams, God forbid now, right? Do you change that in terms of, does Jacoby more, go onto the offensive side and you put somebody else onto the special teams aspect of this in terms of the primary kick returner and punt returner? I'm very interested to see how this works out. Jacoby is lightning quick. There's a reason that's his nickname, and Cam Dickey was called Thunder last year for a reason. I feel Texas Tech's running back room is still in a very, very good spot, and I think they'll be all right. That being said, the depth is no doubt taking a hit, and you have lost, in my opinion, the clear most talented player in this room, and there's something to be said for that. But at the same time, again, this is a brutal game. We all know that, and it's brutal that Quinten Joyner is going to miss the entire season due to a torn ACL. But again, I am not trying to come at this in a very malicious way at all. We know that football, injuries happen in this game. If one were to happen like this, the running back room is the position that could probably withstand it the most for Texas Tech when it comes to the talent you have in that position group. I like Adam Hill enough where if he's your RB3, it's like, hey, you rather use him just on special teams and it be Jacoby and Cam Dickey moving forward. But if you need to use them, you feel okay with that, right? But again, the unfortunate news for Texas Tech football is prized running back transfer Quinten Joyner, according to On3's Pete Nakos, will miss the entirety of the 2025 season due to a torn ACL. Just an absolutely brutal blow for the Red Raiders. That being said, Jacoby Williams and Cam Dickey are very talented, and they're playing behind one of the best offensive lines that Texas Tech has had in the past decade. They'll have to step up a little bit and be used in this Mac Leftwich offense. But again, this RB room is really deep. It's unfortunate that Joyner will miss time, but this room is the one that could probably withstand this type of injury the most. Again, Quinten Joyner will miss the 2025 season. Super unfortunate. Oh, man, just definitely thinking about him in these moments. It just absolutely sucks. We know in football these things happen, but it sucks in the sense that this season was going to be special. It has the potential to be special, and he's a special running back. I think he could have been one of the best in the Big 12, but unfortunately, we're going to have to wait to see Quinten Joyner in the scarlet and black until 2026. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. Appreciate y'all tuning in to this breaking news video. If you want more 100% free content surrounding your Red Raiders, as soon as the news drops, this is the place for you. All I ask you to do is simply like the video and hit that subscribe button to join the largest group of Texas Tech fans here on YouTube and the Red and Black Report. All right, I'm RC Maxfield reminding you, as always, stay safe and Wreck 'em Tech.